Matt Hanner, and I am the treasurer of student government, and this is the allocation presentation, how to finance your student group. So, what are student government allocations? Student government allocations are essentially, there's a limit of $5,000 per year, and it's to help your group. That could be help with paying for travel expenses. That could be help for like a iPad or something if you need to design things or stuff like that. There's really just a couple limits, and anything too crazy or anything not deemed worth it won't go past the Senate or the Finance Committee. So you can be creative, but be reasonable as well. So essentially, the allocation request, you start off on the Morningside Student Government page. So you can just type in Morningside Student Government. Click the first one that pops up. You do have to scroll down though and click Student Government Website. This will bring you to the actual student government website, MSG, morningsidesg.com. Then you go to Student Organizations, Allocations, and then here you go. So this will have the remaining balance, and then a whole bunch of different information. I'll be updating this and putting this video here actually. So that's the old video, and then essentially it just runs through the very basics. A lot of the stuff is done through Adobe Sign. So once you start allocating, be sure to pay attention to your emails and don't block Adobe for sure. But pretty much, there's all the guidelines here as well. And then the presentation for the Senate, really the Senate's senators really like PowerPoints that pretty much list like the mission statement that answer all these questions. So if you can answer all these questions in a PowerPoint, you're gonna be pretty good for the most part. But yeah. So you can click the allocation request form, and that will, here we go. This is what you guys would see. So you just type in your group name, your president's email, and then a student contact email, which can be like your treasurer or just like another member of your group that is interested in helping out with the allocation side of things. And then your advisor's email as well. So, and then after that, I send you the request form. So the request form looks like this. So essentially, it just breaks down a lot of the information already, like does not pay for food expenses or gas. We do not fund, pretty much just breaks down, easy peasy. You need a majority vote, 7 people. Any excess money will be returned to student government. And once your stuff is done, you need to send that information back to me. So here it is. This is pretty much what it is. You'll enter all this information and then just go through it and pretty much describe what you want to do. And then you do an e-signature here. And then what next? Yeah. Then it gets reviewed by the Finance Committee, and essentially the Finance Committee will look at it, making sure that it is in guidance with our guidelines, essentially making sure that you can actually allocate for this with our Constitution and bylaws. And then pretty much once they give the okay, you can do the Senate presentation. And really these are just some questions that they really like. And then if it passes in the Senate, we do an interdepartmental transfer form. That's why I need your guys' student group account number, essentially. And then this year, It is all digital, so you'll be CC'd in an email to Paul Treft. Essentially, that counts as your little signature there then. And then, yeah. And then the follow-up wise, you get sent this pretty much as well. So it's how much you got from the Senate, and then just what was spent, what is left, and then how did it help you? Like, was it good? What? And then student groups may be asked to give a follow-up presentation to the Senate, pretty much saying, hey, look, this is what we did. We appreciated the money, and it was helpful. Here's all the awesome pictures we took. Here's what we learned, so on and so on. And the excess money amount will be another interdepartmental transfer form back to SG. And then if you guys have any questions, just please email me or come up and talk to me during my office hours.